Good morning. I just wanted to welcome everyone to enhance your digital efficiencies with myprosperity and Feedsy. Can everyone hear us okay? We'll get started very soon. Perhaps just put your hand up if you can hear us. Thank you, Lyndall. Thank you, Sarah, Sean. Awesome. Fiona, thank you. Lachlan, thank you. Jacob, awesome. Giuseppe, awesome. Sounds like everyone can hear us. Technology is on our side, KK.
Awesome. Sounds great. Thank you for everyone for joining us this morning on a Monday morning. Now, I do apologize. I've succumbed to the cold, gory Melbourne flu season, so I have been a little bit under the weather, but I was just telling Steve I've got a big week coming up and travel interstate, and I'm presenting at 2 conferences, so I am sipping now on my honey, ginger and lemon tea, so hopefully I'll be right. Nothing. I might have maybe by the time it comes to Friday night, I'll probably treat myself to a vodka shot. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. It's really exciting. So really great story. Actually, Steve and I met through a referral group. We were introduced probably about 6 months ago. And it's really lovely because both of us actually, we love just learning about other technologies, other technologies that actually enhance the financial services sector. And, we've got this little great referral group that we catch up with monthly. And, we just thought to each other, wouldn't it be great just hopping on a webinar together and talking about client experience? Because when you think about it, in financial services, the client experience hasn't really changed that much in the last 10, 20 years. So we thought, you know what, we've both got great technology. How about we just hop on a webinar together and just show you guys, have some feedback from what we're seeing from advisors that use myprosperity and Feedsy, and obviously knowledge is power. So it's really exciting to hop on with Steve this morning.
Yeah, great. I acknowledge those 2 words too, KK. And I think we both have this passion towards helping financial advisors and also this belief in efficiencies. We believe it can be, businesses can be more efficient, in particular advice businesses. You are so time poor, and anything we can add value to your businesses to put you in front of more clients is a big tick in our opinion. So honestly believe that. And I think we're going to have some question time at the end. But if you've got anything that you would like to raise throughout the session while KK is talking or while I'm talking, we can answer some of those in the chat box.
Someone did just ask a question in the chat box, and it's quite funny actually. They said, "Hey Steve, is that a COVID beard?"
Yeah, it is. It looks very different to this slide too, doesn't it? And you're spot on. It started around or just prior to the 2020 COVID era, and it hasn't gone. But we might get back to that clean shaven one day.
Awesome. So just a quick little slide, a little bit about us. So hi, everyone. I think most of you probably know me. I have been with myprosperity now for 7 years. So most people know me as KK in the industry. I have a very Eastern European name, so it's not Carolina, it's Karolina Koshik. I am the National Business Development Manager. I head up the wealth channel at myprosperity as opposed to the accounting channel. I've been in the tech industry for over 15 years now. Prior to myprosperity, I dealt with accounting firms. So I worked at MYOB, and that is my email address there. So feel free to note that down. If you have any questions after this webinar, feel free to shoot me through an email. And Steve, over to you.
Yeah. So yeah, 32 years in financial services. I've loved the industry, and really about 11 and a half, 12 years ago, got a redundancy from a very large licensee here in Australia. And I thought, what do I want to do when I grow up? And it was the same thing, was work with financial planners in a marketing and communication capacity, because I do love the industry. So I started my own business at Feedsy, all about helping exactly, yourselves, financial services. And I guess the big problem was coming up with content and automating the distribution of that. And that's where Feedsy was born, around those sort of problematic areas. And look forward to introducing you to some of that today for some of those that don't already know us.
Awesome. So if I go on to the next slide. So I thought I'd start with this just before I get into the client engagement side of things. You know, client portals right now are a hot topic, and, you know, a lot of people are, you know, talking about it, asking about it. How do you embed it? How do you get clients engaged? You know, what are the benefits? What are the efficiencies, etc. So I thought I would probably start with the top three, I guess, points in terms of adopting a client portal in your practice. And at the moment, the number one most important feature is really the security. The security around client portals is imperative. I can't stress that enough. You know, email, unfortunately, does get intercepted quite often. There's a lot of sensitive information that gets shared between you and your clients. I don't know how you're currently sharing information with your clients. Are you password protecting documents? If you're not using a client portal, how are you sending documents to clients? Another question to ask is how are your clients actually sending you documentation as well? Because a lot of them probably don't password protect documents. And the other thing to think about with security as well is that you don't want some scammer to, you know, send a fake email from a fake, you know, financial planner from your firm to a client with a fake link and gather information from them, which actually has happened. So a lot of licensees can see this right now, and there are slowly putting measures in place to make sure that, and encouraging a lot of advisors to make sure that they are looking at a client portal for their practice because of security reasons. So that's number one. The other one is efficiencies. So there's a lot of efficiencies around client portals, and I'll take you through some of those within the myprosperity client portal. You know, things like being able to gather data a lot more efficiently from clients, having, you know, push notifications in apps so that you're not constantly having to, you know, follow up clients for things as well. And one thing that I am going to probably spend a lot of time on today is the client engagement side of things, because at the end of the day, client engagement is important. And, you know, unfortunately in the financial services industry, it hasn't been that of a great experience for a lot of clients. So we are really trying to make that a better experience for the end user. So imagine them having the one login to be able to sign off on documents, see documents, be able to collaborate with their advisors, have in-app notifications. Because when you think about your clients, where are they? They're always on their devices, whether it's a phone or you know, their iPads, etc. So it's a really great way to have that engagement. And you can see I've specifically left that on that mobile app that you can see there at the very top. You know, obviously I know that we've got a couple of firms that are currently using myprosperity on this call. And as you know, that's where your logo goes. So this is essentially your boardroom. And, you know, a really great analogy, one of our top partners actually told me, he said, I'd never invite my client into the back office meaning, you know, X-Plan, Midwinter, etc. I would always invite my client into the boardroom, which is my, you know, front end, which is my Prosperity branded portal and app, which is really great. I love that analogy, actually. So how do practices start? This is a question I get asked all the time. So these are the 4 key features that advisors are using for client engagement with their clients. So what are the 4 main things that as an advisor you need to do? Well, sharing documents, number one. So how are you doing it at the moment? I know for those of you that are using myprosperity, obviously I can, you know, hear you saying we do it through the portal, but exactly right. You can share documents through the portal very easily. You just click on the client's name, and you can also choose where it goes in their folder. So you can have nice, neat folders for your clients. Same as our digital doc signing. So our doc sharing and our doc signing for the last 12 years has been the most popular used features within the portal for getting clients to do things. So this is what we call the must-haves, right? So whether it's an agreement or an authority to proceed or, you know, SOA, ROA, whatever it is, you can do all of that through the portal. So they don't need to click on a link in an email or go to another spot. We want them coming back into that one place, which is your branded portal and app for them. The other one we have as well is the digital forms. So, being able to break the horrendous fact finds into bite-sized chunks. So a lot of advisors, even with prospects, they will send just a mini fact find with basic information that they require just to get things going, just to get things started. So your clients can actually go into the app and start filling out some of that basic information very securely, rather than trying to do it via email, or worse, paper-based fact find in the office where they're just looking at the top of your head while you're just writing down, whatever they're answering. Instead, you can do it all through the portal. The best thing about our digital forms, which I'm really proud about, is that we have a two-way integration with Xplan, which is great. It took us 2 years to build out, and we invested a lot of money in it. But it's really great. We've been receiving a lot of enormous praise for the two-way integration, which is really great. So I'm not going to go through the nitty-gritty today. If you want a one-on-one demo, I'm more than happy to take you through it. But the other one we have as well is our rooms. So creating secure chat rooms for clients. So this is to create different topics for different matters, whether you're onboarding a client or something might come out of an implementation meeting or an annual review meeting where you've got to help them with insurances or estate planning or, super, etc. You can create different types of rooms for different topics. And you want clients in and out of a room as quickly as possible. So you can even switch on push notifications as reminders as well. So from a security aspect, perfect. And I know that there are a lot of firms on this call that actually love rooms for the security aspect, because when you think about your clients, they can't argue with security. So if you say to your clients, we're moving away from email, it's not secure, all this sensitive information that we'll be sharing, we're going to do it through these secure rooms. So I thought I would do a quick demo of the mobile app as a live demo for you today. So being aware that this is more of a client engagement webinar, I want to make sure that I show you the mobile app, because the mobile app, as I mentioned, and we've actually got statistics on this, but out of the last 100,000 client logins, over 80% of them were through the mobile app. Whereas 2 years ago, that was only 60%. So you can see that those statistics are continually growing. So what I mean by that is, rather than clients, logging into the browser version, they can actually do it through the mobile app. There we go. So just bear with me. Lonely Screen is a little bit temperamental, but you can see this is essentially now the really great thing about the app is that you can customize it, because we know that every firm is different. So you can actually customize the look and the feel of the app. And, you can move things around, you can delete icons, however you want it to look for your clients. Because we know, the great thing about myprosperity, and I know a lot of you have probably heard about myprosperity in the past, we can switch on data feeds, you can see the whole of net wealth and cash flow, etc. But there is so much more to it than that. And that's why I really want to hone into the client engagement aspect of it. Because as I mentioned before, if you're sending, say, a document to a client, they can very easily come into the mobile app. It's the one login. They come in and they can very easily sign off on that document that you've sent them. So once again, it's making it easier for your clients to have that one place. Now, I have been in my app for a little bit too long, so I think it's logging me out for security reasons, which is good. So I've just logged back in. So you can see the client can very easily go in and sign off on that, which is great. The best thing about this is that a copy automatically gets stored in the client's folder, and a copy automatically gets stored in the client's portal. Now, all of your compliance documents, they're fine to be signed off through the app, but more and more product providers are also accepting our digital signatures, and as they should. So I know for a fact, you know, NetWealth, Hub24, Macquarie, BT, CFS, they've all approved our digital doc signing, which is great. Australian Super as well. So more and more are approving it. There's no reason why they shouldn't. We use OneSpan. It's got all the evidence summary and certificates that you need anyway. So it's really good. The other area I wanted to show you as well, from a client engagement perspective as well, are the digital forms. So, you know, if you are, for example, sending, say, a mini fact find to a client to gather some basic information initially, we can actually embed a 10-second video of you in here just saying, you know, welcome to KK Partners. I look forward to meeting you. Prior to our initial meeting, I just need you to fill out some basic information just to make sure that we make use of our time. And along they go. They can just come in. They can do this at night when they're watching TV on their iPad. Very easy and nice experience. And then obviously, when they're with you, if you're doing a Zoom meeting or a face-to-face meeting, rather than having paper-based, you can actually have this up on the big screen, which is awesome, and you can just continue it. Your clients can add documents. You know, you can create a to-do list, so tasks if there's, you know, things that you want to remind them that they need to get done or add in. And then you've got your page notes there as well, which is really good. So it flows through into the full fact find. You might have other things as well. You might have, you know, estate planning questionnaires, etc. So all of those questions that you want us to build out, we will build them out into all different bite-sized chunk forms that all sort of blend into one. So your client, it just makes it easier for reverse fact finds as well down the track. The other thing I wanted to show you as well, which is we're really proud of, which is also a great way to communicate with clients, is obviously the room. So as I mentioned before, you can create different types of rooms for different topics. I know a lot of, I quickly saw, because we've got about 135 registered today, which is awesome. And I had a quick squeeze a second ago and I could see that there's a couple of our partner firms on here. And I know that a few of them absolutely are smashing it with rooms, because we've got statistics to see on what firms are using with their clients. And they're loving this. This is very fast going to overtake the other features, because by far digital doc signing, doc sharing, you know, the digital forms have always been popular. But I can see that rooms, which we launched about 3 years ago, is going to start overtaking that. So in a room, you obviously need your client in there, and you can add your CSOs and other staff if you need to. You can create tasks. So you know how email is quite mundane. So you might say, right, I'm going to tell my client that they need to upload doc A, B, C in here. And I'm going to remind them that they need to get this done. I'm going to remind them every few days, right? So the due date's in a week, but I'm going to remind them every few days. This is great. I know. So I've got a 1-year-old baby, right? So if I look at an email late at night, I just forget about it, especially if it's in my personal emails. And so this is, you know, it's just human nature. You might see something, you forget about it, and then you don't get back to it for a couple of weeks. And this is awesome, because instead your client will now get a nice little push notification in-app reminding them that they got to get this done. And so you can see here that it's a to-do list for them, which is awesome. So they can see what's outstanding and what's not. From a security aspect, sharing documents in rooms. So obviously you as a firm can upload documents in here, and as for your clients. So make sure that you encourage your clients to upload documents in here as well. And then you've got that chat, which is great. So your clients can come in and chat with you. For compliance reasons, absolutely. You can export rooms out of myprosperity and upload it into your back-end office tool. The other one as well is the third-party room. So, you know, as an advisor, you're probably dealing with accountants or mortgage brokers or solicitors, etc. So you can create third-party rooms, and you can see that there's an add button there. So you can add in the email of that third party, and they can come in and they can see tasks and upload documents, and also have that three-way chat. And it's great because it means they don't have to password protect documents either. They can just upload the documents straight in. Now, I know that obviously Steve and I were really excited about this, but And Steve will talk about his magic in a moment, but it's really great because if you are currently using Feedsy, you can actually add in the link to your newsletters as an example into the myprosperity app, which is awesome. So if you want it there, your clients can come in and actually see that news feed that you've got there for them, which is awesome. So that's where you can actually add that in. Now, if you do want a proper demonstration of myprosperity, feel free to ask me afterwards, but I do want to go back to the slideshow. So I wanted to also just mention what other advisors are actually saying about myprosperity, because I think it's really important, not just hearing it from us. And we do actually have a blogs page on our website under resources. So I try and sit down with different firms, either once a month or once a quarter to talk about how they're incorporating and how they're finding the efficiencies and how they're, just absolutely change the way that they connect with their clients. And this is what a lot of advisors are saying. So this is from Dean Stone Financial Planning. She said, "We're loving MYP, can't believe we ran a business without it." David Simon from Integral Private Wealth said, "In the past, it would take us 5 hours to gather all client data on a client in preparation for an annual review. For the clients on myprosperity, the preparation has been eliminated." Nathan from Wallace and Payne, "Teaming up with myprosperity has been game-changing for our firm. Integrating digital signatures, digital fact finders, and an easy-to-use platform has made things 10 times easier and more efficient for our advisors and clients. Not only that, but the support team has been incredibly responsive and helpful in making sure any issues were quickly resolved. Our support team's amazing. When a firm joins up to myprosperity, get your own account manager, your own support, and a tech support team as well." So make sure you have a look at some of those blogs for further information. But in summary, all-in-one client portal. It's about helping you, eventually grow your revenue as well, because you're going to have that ability to scale up and find more efficiencies and spend more time with clients. Enhance, obviously, your practice efficiencies, promote your digital brand as well. And I know that there are some client portals in back-end, software, etc., and that's fine. But, we pride ourselves on your brand. At the end of the day, this is your firm. So when a firm decides to join up to myprosperity, it's about uploading your logo so that your clients can actually, see your branding. So when they log into your app and your, portal, it's you. It's not us. There's nothing to do with, having our logo splattered everywhere. It's about you guys. And we do build out a lot of marketing material for you as well, branded marketing material, images, videos, all of that. But most importantly, collaborate securely with your clients. That's a big one now. So if you want to learn more about myprosperity, just go onto our website and book a demo. But I am going to hand over to Steve. And we'll take questions at the end. So Steve.
Just up there, if you've got the myprosperity app and you are a Feedsy client already, you can copy your news feed directly into the myprosperity app. And that's how you do it, basically. You go into that mobile app portal there. You can basically put your business name here, your Feedsy URL here, and that becomes the hot button to your news for your clients. So pretty cool. All right. So I guess where there is a gap in communication, people will fill that gap with misinformation. And a trusted source of regular content from an advisor is just so important. We are hearing so many cool, like, you can hear me now. I've just got a note there that I'm on mute. I think everyone can hear me okay. Just give us a thumbs up if you can. Beautiful. All right. One of the key things we hear from a lot of our clients right now, one of our advisors, is the fact that you've emailed and touch base that once a month on that regular basis is so important, because clients can just hit reply to that email when a circumstance has changed in their life, whether they've taken on more debt, they've received an inheritance, whatever it might be. They know that you've actually got in touch with them. One of the issues is communication is one of the top three things why people actually would leave a business. So happy clients mean a happy business. Put simply, we provide content and we can automate the distribution of it. We've got a number of current Feedsy clients on this webinar today. They're already experiencing some of that automation. Now, all of the list here, we can absolutely automate a lot of things, but what is really important for those that want to get their hands dirty, roll their sleeves up a little bit and do some proactive marketing using targeted segmentation, doing your campaigns, you can absolutely do that as well. But the key is it can be completely automated solution for you. And that can be, birthday messages, renewal reminders, annual reviews, things like that. Talking to your A-class clients or prospects, service levels. We can automate a net promoter score, automate testimonials, referral opportunities, integrate calendars, booking systems, all that sort of thing. But at its core, we supply beautiful content and we automate the distribution of that out to your clients. And this is a quick snapshot, I guess, of what your automated marketing plan could look like. We deliver new content or news stories every week. We then let you know, and that comes in late on a Wednesday night, and we let you know those stories are there very early Thursday morning. And a very common time of sending a newsletter out might be the first Friday of every month. And at the end of that month, probably up here, we'll let you know that, give you a week's notice that your email is about to go out. So we can organize a lot of your marketing. And that is a real feel good. And I guess advisors feel confident that Feedsy can help them with their email marketing. I'm going to pop into a bit of a live demo shortly, but this is what your news page could look like that's attached to your blog. We've got a whole lot of stories on tax, economic updates, life insurance, travel insurance, or just travel in general, technology, leadership, homemaking for property, all that kind of thing. So those are great stories at your fingertips to share socially if you wish. The newsletter styling choices look amazing as well. They're all templates that you can pick from. We can customize them to your brand. We can include photographs of your business, your staff, whatever you like through here. So they look amazing. You can choose from different templates. They have got all your disclosures, your disclaimers, your privacy, your financial services guides, all linked. You can't break them. They go out compliant, which is really, really important in our industry. You've got some amazing analytics behind the scenes as well. So you know what your clients are opening and clicking on, which is pretty cool. So open rates and click-through rates, and you can go in and have a look at the most popular stories each and every month. You can even break down by client as to which individual client is actually reading those articles. I'm going to dive into there shortly. We do have an exclusive feed, and the exclusive feed is new. It's really cool. It's a way that we open up our content to what our advisors or what our business owners that we're helping, what they would like. So we've got a portal on our website that is open to everyone that says, okay, enter your stories here that you would like to hear, whether it be a legal or a life insurance story or an estate planning or any sort of lifestyle story. You can put your idea through, we'll write it for you, and then publish it back onto your site. So a lot of the exclusive feed or the exclusive stories are ideas born by other advisors, and we're making sure from a business point of view that we're delivering content that you like, which is really important. So I've got a link in here, and this presentation will be supplied after the event where your content ideas can be provided to us and we'll write them for you, because content is key at the end of the day. Yes, we can automate it beautifully. We can deliver it to your clients, all in your name. If they hit reply, it goes back to your email address, and it's all from you. But content is king, and if we can deliver it in a really efficient, beautiful way, it looks great for your business. The Feedsy Centre, how does it work? So I'm going to log into the Feedsy Centre here shortly. But we basically deliver news and commentary into that Feedsy Centre. We deliver expert analysis, economic updates, and you can create an unlimited amount of content yourself. So you can record yourself delivering the news and just say, hi, it's Fiona here. We've got a couple of great articles this week about A, B, and C. The reason I've included them is 1, 2, and 3. And that's all from me. Have a great week. But you're becoming really familiar with your clients, much like the newsreader on your Channel 7 news at night, but you're doing it at scale and your clients are getting to hear from you, see from you. So it's really cool to do a video to introduce the news. You can do that. Basically, once all your content is in the Feedsy Center, we just automate it. We automate the distribution of that out at the day and time that you choose. So it's a monthly automated email, and all of that content can fit on the website as well, on your blog. You can print it whenever you like for the clients that perhaps don't have email. And obviously the news link can form part of your myprosperity app. But when anybody hovers or goes into your news page on their mobile device, on their iPad or on their phone, they are asked to download your web app. So you could actually have your logo and your news channel on your clients' devices as well. All right, so I'm just going to log into the Feedsy Center here now, where I can have a little bit more. So I'm going to just drag that across. Now, can everyone just see that image I've just dragged in? Maybe just give us a bit of a thumbs up as well if you can see that image I've just dragged in. Cool, so we're looking at the Feedsy Center right now. So what we've got here is a whole lot of templates. Now I'm just going to go in and just show you how that template works. So let's choose the Classic Plus template, just one of them. I click on that. Now this is over and above the automation. So what we're doing is a manual campaign based on a certain target market or a certain segment. We've got our template here, and we can name the campaign whatever we like. We've got the Feedsy Flash template. You might want to give it a bit of a sexier name than that. You can call it whatever you like. You can put preview text in there to entice people to open it. And then we go into, who do you want to send it to? You can, untick or tick various segments, all nice and easy, and save that. And then you go into edit the story. So we've got your news template here. We can edit any of the text. We can put a call to action here in terms of what that might be. It could be make a Google review here, make an appointment here, because we can change all the links. Really cool. But importantly, it might be a campaign to a specific segment about life insurance. So you could actually just go here, manage posts, and then you tick all the content that you like, or newer posts, becoming a successful leader. So you can do all that really, really easy. And that's your campaign. You can preview it, save and next. I'm going through this really quickly. Preview it here, have a look at what it looks like on a mobile device, desktop device, and then you can send your content out. Prepare to send. Really nice and easy. One of the other things that we love to do is a two-way client feedback. It's about because sending emails is fantastic, and it's generally one way, isn't it? You're sending something out to your client. Wouldn't it be powerful if you can get an idea of what your clients are saying and about you, and how likely they are to recommend you to a family member or a friend? So we can go into your client list, which is in here, where you manage your clients. I can call up anyone. My wife actually here. And I can say, right, I'm going to send out a net promoter score moment. So we've had a great interview, great appointment, SOA delivered, and I want to send out an email tomorrow. I can save that. Now what Heather will receive tomorrow is an email like this. And that email will be basically asking for feedback. Your question is, can you spare a quick moment to let me know how we're going, what we're doing right now, and how we can improve? Based on your experience with us, how likely would you be to recommend us to a family member or friend? We rate that between 1 and 10. And when someone clicks on it, and I'm just going to go back to my Prezo here now for a moment, because when someone clicks on that, you receive an amazing score. So this is what it looks like. Your feedback is really important to us. You can rate us between 1 and 10. As soon as someone does rate you between 1 and 10, you get this update saying who it is, and essentially that they're happy for their feedback to go publicly. What do you like about us the most? So they're asked a question straight away. The testimonial then starts to evolve because they've just given you some beautiful comments. They're also asked a follow-up question: would you like these same comments to go to a Google review? And those Google reviews are really just so powerful. Words like this, I've found that the information provided, very simply, understand, returns, investment, fantastic, they care about us, etc., etc. Now that doesn't just help you perpetuate new clients or like clients because they're saying such great things about you, but it makes you feel fantastic as a financial advisor because you once again feel amazing about the advice and the business model you have established because your clients love you. And if one person can give you some constructive and really nice feedback, it is your clients. It feels great when your clients give you that rewarding feedback. All of those comments get aggregated into a Feedsy growth dashboard. So you can see here, obviously only one score has been given, but just say hundreds have been given. It gives you a net promoter score of your business, and anything above 80 is really world-class. All of those opportunities are now recorded in here, the 9s and 10s. The restoration opportunities are 1 to 5 and 6 to 8. So these are opportunities for you to make right anything that might have gone wrong, but they're not public. Only the 9 and 10s go public. Fortunately, I'm asked that quite a bit. And it does work. We did this for a financial advisor recently. He put this on LinkedIn, and it's amazing. We had about 50 positive testimonials so far from clients. This was a new service available from Feedsy platform. Really impressed. And only 21 hours later, the positive reviews just keep coming. So it made him feel amazing that he was getting that sort of feedback from his clients. We believe in using the software ourselves. And this is what our clients, financial advisors, are saying about us. Just can-do spirit, a great service that allows you to have as much or as little control as you want, and continues to deliver high quality content every time. So we do believe in high quality content and really making your lives absolutely as easy as possible, and for your clients to love you for it. We're your invisible partner. It's all about your brand and your value proposition. We do have 3 levels. We do have a free trial as well. So every opportunity can be provided with a free trial. So you've got a free month to use Feedsy. And I think that's really important. So you get to try before you buy in relation to your client engagement. And we've got 3 different plans available compared to what you're wanting for your particular business model. And you can move between them at any time you like. We offer unlimited amount of training, and we offer 24/7 support. That is all from me. We've gone a little bit over time, but if you have any questions, we have allowed some time for you to put those in the chat box. As I said, we've got a free trial and some demos if you'd like us to go through in a little bit more detail, because I have covered things quickly, but hopefully you've got an idea of what client engagement with Feedsy is all about.
All right, so we've got one from Brad. So automatically becomes a Google review and on our Google search online. That's a question from Brad there for you, Steve.
Yeah. Either of you doing anything promoting Google reviews on either platform? Yeah, so we absolutely do, Brad. So with the email that we automate for you, the initial question goes onto your Feedsy testimonial page. But if you've got Google reviews already set up in your business, there's a follow-up question to say, oh, thank you so much for those awesome comments. Would you like this same comment to go through the Google reviews? If they just go, yes, please, it goes straight through the Google reviews. If they say, I would like to write something else, which they can, then that comment that they rewrite would go through the Google reviews. So yes, Brad, Feedsy does. Thanks, KK. for answering that one.
No worries. And I've got one from Louise in regards to the newsletters going out. So at the moment, the way it works with myprosperity is that the actual link for that news feed can be placed in the app, but you can't actually send newsletters from the app out, if that makes sense. Cool. I'm getting a...
There was a couple for you early on there,
great,
okay?
great. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, Louise said, yeah, Louise is great because she uses myprosperity. Hey, Louise. She just said, I don't like anything going to the client via email, as I told my clients to only go through myprosperity, which is fine because that little link to the news feed can be placed in the app.
Yep, absolutely it can.
Can we have a recorded version of today's webinar, please? Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, and all being well, if I get that should go out this afternoon, actually, the recording. So I'll make sure that the little thank you that goes out will include a link on that thank you for attending today, and you'll have a recording.
Right. No, birthday wishes can't go out via MP, no, unfortunately. You know what? I think in the future, because Louise is very progressive and forward thinking, so absolutely, Louise, in the future, we'll integrate more with Feedsy. But at the moment, it's just a link that goes in the app. So
yeah, if you wanted the birthday messages, we could do that, Louise, but obviously didn't want the emails going out, but we can. We do have a birthday message via email with a nice little birthday image, etc., that can go out and automated from Feedsy.
So I've got a question here around pricing for both subscriptions. Look, I'm happy to quickly touch base on our pricing. So look, depends on, I'd need to have a one-on-one discussion with you depending on what you need, but most firms, they start with what we call an enhanced package. So that's $3.99 a month. In that package, you get unlimited starter accounts. So what that means is if you've got 400, 500 clients, all of them can have the app. You can do unlimited digital doc signing, doc sharing, rooms, digital forms, all of the must-have features that I showed you before. You can do all of that on a starter account. In the enhanced package, you get 10 pro accounts. The difference between enhanced and a pro is the ongoing data feed. So you do have the ability on a pro account to switch on all of assets, liabilities for your clients. So not just portfolios, but, you know, properties, you know, bank accounts, credit cards, home loans, industry super funds, etc. And so that's what we call a pro account. So after the 10th one, it's $15 per month per household. But essentially, to be honest, most advisors, when they start using myprosperity, because there are a lot of features within it, just use it as a secure hub initially with your clients and utilize our team to go through on how to position this with your clients as well, because it's really about choosing one thing, whether you send them, you know, say a digital form, or whether it's the doc signing, or whether it's sharing a document with them, or, you know, starting a room to engage them securely that way. So, you know, you start that way and then you can build on from there. Yeah, Steve, over to you.
Yeah, I could sort of just answer that on from a Feedsy point of view. So we've got plans, and we do offer a free trial. So the first month is free, but from there we've got plans that start from as little as $88 if you wanted a you know, the light package, which really refers to how much content you want. We normally recommend for financial advisors, because you are so time poor and so diverse in terms of the type of advice you provide, that we do provide lifestyle, insurance, retirement, investment, business-related stories, leadership, all that sort of thing, stories. So we do recommend a full content feed, which starts at $165 a month. And if you do want to go right through to the a campaign approach, where you've got segmentation, automating birthday mail, automating RBA alerts, automating federal budget alerts, some things we haven't even spoken about today. That's $209 for the full content feed, and then right through to the automating your Google reviews, your testimonials, and that sort of thing goes up to $265 a month, and that's our top plan. But there's a lot of bells and whistles I haven't sort of mentioned today. I've just sort of covered some of the basics, but I do recommend, perhaps if you are interested, booking a demo, and we can sort of customize something, for you in between any of those sort of price points.
Great, awesome. I've got another question firing at us. I've got another question about Anonymous has said, does the client have to download the KK Partner app? So first of all, two things to that. No, they don't have to download the app. They can log in via the browser version if they wish. So you've probably seen on client, firms or advisors' websites where they've got like a client portal button. So your clients can go through the browser version. Although with our statistics, we are seeing that more and more like app downloads in the last 2 years have increased incrementally by 20%. So, almost 80% of end users are logging in via the app. So app logins are up. So it's highly recommended that when you're onboarding a client that they do have the app on their iPad, on their smartphone, etc. And in terms of the KK Partner app, KK Partners, that's just my fake firm with my fake logo. So obviously that is going to be whatever your firm's logo and firm's name is. So that will be branded yours. Hopefully I've answered that. We've gone through pricing. Can MP display the Feedsy testimonial wall?
Can myprosperity? Yeah, what you could do there, Tony, good question. So the myprosperity is asking for a link there. So basically what you could have is you rename that news feed, if you like, and it might be testimonials, because you're giving it a name. And then instead of putting the full news feed in, you're putting in your URL that contains all the testimonials. So it's basically just choosing which link you actually put into the myprosperity app.
Yeah. The other one, which I'm just writing to now, is Tony's also asked, is the subscription cost for myprosperity per business or per user? So essentially the $3.99 is the practice fee. So it's per business, but you can have, as many advisors and support staff included in there. We don't charge per advisor or per support staff. You get unlimited starter accounts. So you can, use all the must-have features on that. If you go above the 10th Pro account, so if you want the data feeds, that's the only time you'll get charged an additional $15 per month per household. But as I mentioned, start slowly and, start with the starter accounts because they're very powerful. And when you think about it, we provide unlimited digital doc signing, so you're not paying per envelope and per user and all of that either. So it's quite good from that perspective. Luke, does the Feedsy news feed show up on the browser version as well as the app?
I just saw that one come through, and I was going to preempt it by just loading up a website. Actually, really good question. And Luke, it does. So this is an example of a website. And if you click on news here, essentially the URL that comes up is the one that you'd paste into the myprosperity app, but it's also in a browser connected to your website. So you have got like a blog sitting on your website, and that's also the news feed that would go into the myprosperity app. So you'd copy that, go to the myprosperity, paste that in, give it a name, and there's your nice interface or your portal with a button to click in myprosperity. But yes, you can use it as a news page on your website as well. So you just click on home and it interacts that way. So it's absolutely a URL on the browser.
Great. Any further questions? That was good. That was
Good. Lots of great questions there, KK, wasn't there?
yeah, excellent. And obviously you've got our details as well. So if you want to know more information or you want a one-on-one consultation, for My Prosperity, just go onto the My Prosperity website. There's a big book-in demo button. Just click on that, or you've got my email address. Just email me directly, and I'm more than happy to have a chat with you.
Good.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you everyone for your time. I think it's almost lunchtime here in Victoria, maybe not in WA, but no, we really appreciate your time. It's great to see that you're all, open-minded and hungry to learn, about new technology and how other firms are using it as well. So no, we really appreciate it. We love what we do. And if you want to have further chats with us, then by all means, just contact us and we're more than happy to have those discussions and answer further questions, especially more catered towards your practice as well.
Absolutely. I think that's the key, isn't it? It's just how all this technology and how the client engagement works with your ideal client, works with your day-to-day practice efficiencies, and we can customize any future conversation to what your business is going through, and even adapt the technology to what your business does to make it more and more efficient. But I absolutely agree with what KK is saying. We love what we do. We love helping advisors, and can't wait to sort of have a further conversation. Should that opportunity arise.
Thank you. Hey, we've got one more question by Mr. Stephen Rowley. What is involved in upgrading the website? So in that question, in terms of My Prosperity, all it is when you join up to get your own client portal, you have like a URL link that you can add into your website. So typically, you'll get your web designer, for example, to create like a client login button on your website. So it's not hard at all, and our team will help you through. We've got a fantastic team. Steve, from your perspective?
Yeah, we actually build websites as well, Stephen. So we build websites from scratch, and we write the content from a website, non-existent website, to building a fully fledged website. Or we can integrate Feedsy with your existing website. So we do a couple of things there. We go into the back end of your hosting. We can do a couple of things by authenticating your domain so that all of your emails go to your client's inbox rather than getting into trash or whatever. And then we also create buttons on your existing website, and we absolutely copy and mimic the theme of your website. So all your news looks like your current website. So we can do all those sorts of things to edit or upgrade or create a website. So we've got all of that functionality in-house as well.
Awesome. And I think that was the last one. So thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. And I'm sure we'll probably speak to a few of you after this anyway. So thanks so much.
Good. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks, KK.